Hey, this is John GRAFFT. We are in the West Loop, not far from Skinner Park. We are looking at a rental today. My clients are in California. They have decided that this is the place they want, and now I am going through and creating a punch list of the items that need to be changed, fixed, altered by the landlord. A punch list isn't typical in a rental, but given the circumstances and that no one is seeing this, we're making sure that my clients get exactly what they want. So if you were looking for something and you weren't able to see it, we'd go through the same exact process before you ever come here, before you ever take possession of it, so we can make sure it's the right home for you. So in all townhomes in Chicago, you usually have this front room. Sometimes this is closed off and this is more like an office. They decided to open it up in this stance. And then you have your mechanicals right down here, and you almost always have a powder room. Sometimes you have a full room, because sometimes this could be like a nursery or a nanny room, something like that. And then right over here, we have 2-car parking. And my guess is that this garage is exactly 16 feet. Yeah, and there you go. Exactly 16 feet. The reason being is you get precisely 8 feet in Chicago for a parking space. It's a little tight, but it's better than anything less. But you can fit that in here. Come over here. What's interesting about townhomes is if you're in Chicago, you've seen one, you've seen them all. You always have this garage that you pull into, and in the back of the building, all the units are facing each other, and these are usually the kitchens of all the units looking into one another. And then you drive right in, and then you have the same thing in the front, which is the front of all the units looking into the living room space. You can see we have a nice alley right here that is a brick cobblestone, not an original, but something that was added after the fact. Let's go check out the upstairs. Ooh, one thing that's nice too, you have a heater in this garage, and then they also keep the electrical panel out here, and they have this extra storage up here as well. So right off the bat, the first things I noticed is that we're gonna have to do something about all this paint and all the paintings on the wall. These tenants just left. They left their garbage can, they left these paintings, they left these wall shelves, they left all these different things that they obviously don't care about. Very common with renters. Something that's funny too, we've walked through this property already, but they have these little like purse hanging stations everywhere. This reminds me of is a place to hang your purse. I have no idea what else it would be used for, but they're everywhere. They're everywhere. So we have our Nest thermostat here. Nest is becoming pretty standard, but one thing you'll know is you can see this trim kit that's around it. A painter's gonna come in here and change all these paint colors, so it's a perfect opportunity to get rid of this. This is only here because they replaced the thermostat that was here before, and this is covering the old marks of it. So when you repaint, always take off these trim pieces. So leads us right into the living room, kitchen area. This feels a little smaller than most townhomes. You have a little less living space than you're used to, and you always have this outdoor space right off the kitchen here. And this is actually pretty big for outdoor space. You could figure this is gonna be the width of the townhouse as well, so this will be 16 feet, this balcony. In the kitchen, right off the bat, I noticed we're missing an island. It would be really nice to have an island here. And even if we're not, this is a little too low hanging. I don't know if this is where you really want your dining room table, because it's right in the middle of your kitchen. In this space, it's even kind of hard to work in a dining room table. It would have to be kind of here, which blocks your whole walkway, because you're gonna have your couch right here. Yeah, it's tight. It's hard to work it in here. I think you're gonna do like a circular table right here is the best way to lay this out. This has standard maple cabinets, nothing too special, no soft close, stainless steel appliances that have likely been replaced since it was built. Because we're in the West Loop, these move no matter what. The West Loop is a super popular area. It's overpriced in my opinion, but people that want to walk to the businesses in the West Loop and where they work, this is always a good option. So you have this, I guess kind of a closet, kind of a pantry, kind of a makeshift room, and it's pretty small. I mean, we're about a foot here. Yeah, 15 inches in total, nothing too special. Let's grab these lights here. So these are on the dimmer. You set your TV up here, which is strange too. They have these in another room. They have all these straps. I have no idea what these are for. I thought they'd be for a crib originally, but now seeing them in more than one place. Ceiling height, I think we have 8 feet here. No, 9 feet, 8'11". And you can see what I was referring to in terms of looking over the courtyard into all the other units. And I don't know if you can see this, go up here, but you can look right into that unit across the way. And of course, if you can, they can too. Let's see if we can, yeah, we're not having any luck zooming in there, but you do have a lack of privacy in this space. In a townhome, it's impossible to escape. You're always gonna be looking into someone else's and someone else is gonna be looking into yours. And that guy just gave me a nasty look as we were recording his place. But that's my point. Let's go into the master first. Usually you have 2 or 3 bedrooms on this level. This one has 3, and these are often the starter homes for families. That's how I describe a townhome. The downside of a townhome is you have all these stairs, and usually after about 3 to 5 years, people always upgrade out of these and go into something that has more space on fewer levels. That's a very common trend in Chicago. But when you first move here and you have a family, this is often what you can get, and it's the most bang for your buck. You're gonna get the highest, lowest price per square foot when you're purchasing. So right here, we're looking into other units as well. We're in the master right now. And we're at the end of all the townhomes. I don't know if that's desirable because we're just looking into an alley on this side and a brick wall on this side. So none of these, you know what, it is desirable because they're all looking out into something. So maybe we have this open while the others don't, but that's about it. Here's our master bath. Dual sinks. Jacuzzi tub. This looks like a 6-foot tub, 5'9". Standard tub size is 5 feet, 6 feet is luxurious and large. This looks like 6, but it's not. Shower here with shower heads on both sides. I love this design, it's very smart. It'd be a little tight, but definitely intimate for you and your spouse. You can both shower at the same time. I think any couple struggles with that. And then you have the 2 shower niches as well. You have a standard plastic tray. This is called a shower pan. And this is kind of the cheapest, easiest way to do this. If you're doing it for yourself, I don't recommend it, but it's a very cost-effective way to do a stand-up shower. You have an elongated bowl. It's nice that they have the extra storage right here. It's always nice to do something up when you can do it. And this room, so we're 16.3 by 12.10 on the room measurements. So good sized room, definitely larger than your average Chicago master. Let's check out the closets. Okay, so we have good closet space here. Kind of a lot of wasted space in my opinion. I mean, I can do this. Hey, over here. Yeah, I can do this very easily. And I really shouldn't be able to do this. You could use this space. So if it were me and I was doing this, I would have brought this all the way up so you can utilize the ceiling height. I would have taken out this wall and I would have just done a nice, large, decorative closet. So at least you have kind of a changing area and more space to work with, because what are these doors really adding? Nothing. If you would just do cabinet fronts on here and do an attractive closet, it would just become furniture, become part of the house, and it would add value to the home. And you'd gain a ton of space, because this is, I mean, this is crazy. Look, we're like 2 feet right here. Let's check out the other rooms. So this unit has 2 panel doors. You have another tub shower right here with sliders. Lower vanity. So this is the height that they used to do them. Like if you've been to your parents' house when you were a kid, it was probably this height. So it puts you basically right at 30 inches is the standard height of these. And this is terrible. Like it really is. It's perfect for kids. This is a great height for children. And I bet if we go back to the master, I bet that vanity was taller. So this is kind of what you use for children now, but everyone used to do this back when. If you want comfort height, it can be anywhere between 36 and 42 inches. And I've never been a big fan of these faucets either. Pay attention to this. If I'm washing my face or brushing my teeth, everything is just falling right on the faucet. So you want something that doesn't obstruct as much if possible, something that's not right in your face and you're not going to trinkle over as you do your daily bathroom things. And look, what did I say? These things are all over the place. These little, they're everywhere. Tiny bedroom right here. This is definitely for your baby. 8 feet by 11.4. So this is going to be the smallest room of all of them. Definitely just for a crib or just for an office. That's really the only use for this. So we have the purple room. More of these straps I was talking about. We still haven't figured that one out. And we're 11.9 there. by 16.2. So for a kid's room, this is pretty big. I mean, this is the same size as the master. Honestly, it would have been better if they could have configured these rooms so the master was here, because this is the best view there is. And I'd argue this probably is one of the better townhomes just because we're right here instead of looking across at it. So out of all the views, this is definitely the best. Nice walk-in closet right here. Kind of walk-in, not really. And that's about it. This is a starter home for most people. This is what you get when you move to an area for the first time and you're figuring it out. My clients actually lived in this development like a decade ago. They're coming back, they're familiar with it, they want to reacquaint themselves with the area. If you have more money, you're going to spend more, but this is a great budget option, and you got to use that term very loosely, budget, but it is going to be your best bang for your buck in the West Loop or any neighborhood. So if you want a good value, you want a starter home, you want a place you can figure everything else out, buy a townhouse. Thanks, bye.